Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to I'm Not Repeating Myself podcast. I'm your host, Mike, and I hope you heard what I said the first time because I'm not repeating myself. Glad everybody could join me on this good Monday. Please make sure you subscribe to me on SoundCloud, Apple, Spotify, and of course on YouTube. I'm on TikTok at I'm Not Repeating Myself Pod, and I'm also on Instagram at I'm Not Repeating Myself Pod. Hope everybody had a great weekend, man. We got some shit to get into. We got some new music, some shit we got to recap. But I'm gonna go ahead and start off with this because this is comedy, and it's kind of sad at the same time. So of course, what's been going on in the TL over the last couple weeks, and in rap news, this whole Uncle Murda, Tony Yayo, Ja Rule shit, right? So we all seen the viral clip of Uncle Murda sitting behind Ja Rule, basically fucking with him, and they getting into it. Then you seen the other angle of Ja Rule basically standing up, getting ready to like basically asking niggas like what's up. Of course, 50 Cent chimes in. He gives his 2 cents, basically saying, Ja Rule is causing the scene. That's why he wanted to get off the plane. He didn't really want no smoke when they landed, wherever the case may be. Ja Rule just basically was on some, I removed myself from the situation. It wasn't worthy. He apologized the whole nine. Here's my whole thoughts on this. The biggest factor in all of this to me, and that's confusing, is Uncle Murda's insertion in this whole equation. I'm really trying to understand why Uncle Murda is going about this the way that he's going about it. Like, bro, I understand you G Unit now. And let's put some context here. Like the height of 50 and Ja Rule's beef was damn near 20 years ago. Like at the peak, while these niggas was both charting, doing their thing, killing the rap game, both was putting out classic music. Of course, 50 kicked down the door. Like, I understand they have a disdain for each other for life. Like that beef is for life. That's just what it is. Uncle Murda, you didn't come until decades later. Decades later. And you 47 at that. Like that's another thing too. Like niggas is 47. 50 just turned 50 last year. Ja Rule, I think he's around 48, 40. At the end of the day, all these niggas are damn near 50. They late 40s or they're 50 or might even be older. So I'm really trying to understand Uncle Murda's insertion in this whole thing. Like, bro, you don't got no issue with Ja. Now, if niggas want to say, oh, well, I'm inheriting your beef. If that's how you want to carry it, to me, that's some whack shit. Because that don't mean if I see your op on a plane, bro, we could just not talk to each other. Why are niggas going about it in terms of probably potentially starting a problem? Because one, niggas ain't about to fight on no plane. That's a fair charge and you could get banned for life. And we all know you niggas got to travel to get your bread. So if you got to go overseas or you got to go, you either going to have to drive your ass, take a train with, and niggas don't want to do that. That's stupid. And again, y'all are old as hell, bruh. Y'all are old as hell. Like, I'm really trying to understand why Uncle Murda has such a disdain to the same level as Tony Yayo and 50 does. To me, that shit just doesn't make sense. It's immature. It's non-progressive because you niggas could just, and that's not to say if you have an issue with a nigga, that's another thing too. That's not to say if you have an issue, you have a disdain for nigga. Y'all niggas don't gotta get into it anytime you see each other. 50 and Ja Rule was just on the same plane probably about 3-5 years ago or some shit like that. Ain't shit happened. And we all know how 50 Cent is too. So you have to unfortunately attach that to his entourage too. Hey bro, you see anybody who associate themselves closely with 50 Cent, hey bro, just keep it peace. Keep it peace. And granted, Ja Rule gonna stand what it is. He not gonna play it like he pussy or something like that. But y'all niggas ain't about to fight on no plane. Niggas not about to fight on no plane, bro. Cause my whole thing is this: if it really was like that, niggas could have landed, got away from the airport, and did what they did. But then niggas would have got locked up, and that's what I'm saying. This is way past the peak of their issues. Way past the peak of their issues. Way. I'm like, no, this is at least 23 years. At least 23. And everybody pretty much is, either others who are associated either locked up or dead as well. So how much longer are you going to carry on this shit? How much longer are you going to carry on this shit, bro? It's stupid as hell. Tony Yayo and Murda, they got a podcast now. Now, if Tony Yayo and Murda wanted to talk about it, which they probably did, I haven't had a chance to check it out. But the first thing Tony Yayo does is when he gets off the plane, he go talk to Vlad about it. Like, like what he doing for real? it's it's getting to a point now where it's like, how much are niggas really to carry on this shit until they're like 70, 80 years old? That's really what I want to leave off with. And for Uncle Murda, it's like, bro, like, what are you getting out of this? If you riding, you riding. All right, fine, cool. Some niggas, they inherit beefs. That's what they do. Some niggas, they inherit their beefs. Your beef is my beef now. Oh, all right, cool. I don't see how you, especially after 20-something years, like, you don't have no issue with him. Like, that's just me. If I see somebody, if I'm cool with somebody and I see somebody they don't like, it's like, hey, bro, we don't gotta have no exchange of words. That don't mean I'm gonna be buddy with the nigga at the same time too. But for Uncle Murda to be carrying it like that is very, very confusing to me, and it really doesn't make any sense, because then it's a trickle down effect in entourages. Niggas crossing paths and might have issues with somebody. Like, hey, bro, like, I don't even got a issue with dude. Like, you know, I even listened to your music back then. You get what I'm saying? So they're being selfish in that mindset when they're not thinking about the trickle down effect, because we all know entourages clash. And like Tony Yayo has said before, it's never really about the rappers that you're worried about. It's the niggas around the rapper. So that's another reason why I'm confused. Like, bro, you're not thinking about the after effect of this. Like, but hey, if niggas want to continue to carry it like that, cool. But I found that more funny and sad than anything, because it's like, all right, this again. But again, really, it's just murder. You have no reason to really have no issue with Ja. 50 and Ja and Tony Yayo, yes, this was a lot of life and death in that equation with that whole situation. Understandable, but even then, it's still a way that you can go about it. Like, niggas could just not talk to each other. They could just not talk to each other. And, you know, I don't want to see niggas hurt behind this shit. Really, like, yeah, the laughs and the clicks and all that shit is cool, but then if somebody get hurt, somebody get shot, somebody died, then we singing Kumbaya. So niggas just gotta play it cool, bro. Just be cool. Niggas ain't gotta be friends. Niggas can have the disdain, but just don't even acknowledge each other. That, to me, that's really what it really be. Like, niggas just don't gotta acknowledge each other, bro. So yeah. So let's get into some music, man. Let's get into some music, because I mean, my goodness, I'm looking at this like, bro, like, what the fuck Murda got to do with this shit, bro? Like, Uncle Murda ain't got no issues with Ja, bro. Like, that shit crazy to me, man. That shit crazy. But moving on, we got some new music to discuss. So Brent Faiyaz dropped his album called Icon, you know, produced by Raphael Sadiq. That dropped on Friday, right before Valentine's Day weekend. Hope everybody had a good Valentine's Day weekend too. You know, shout out to all the lovers out there, people doing their thing. If you single out here doing your thing, salute to y'all as well. But shout out to all the lovers out there, man, doing their thing, putting years, months in, however much time, man. I hope y'all had a great Valentine's Day weekend. But Brent Faiyaz dropped his album Icon, again produced by Raphael Sadiq. And all I had to say about this album, man, great work. Great work. This album don't have no skips for real. Really no skips at all, honestly. This is 10 tracks, 34 minutes. It just flows perfectly. I love the direction that he went as far as the production. I was definitely highly anticipating some great work, being that Raphael Sadiq was going to be the producer. And they delivered. Both of them delivered collectively. I love this album. I love this album. White Noise out the gate, dope. Wrong Face is probably the best record on this album. Have to is fire. Butterflies. The other side kind of give like a MJ feel. Like, he kind of get into his MJ bag on that. But I wanna highlight Four Seasons. The end of Four Seasons, like the last minute, man, that break should have came in earlier, because the ending of Four Seasons is fucking amazing. That ending is amazing. That's perfect transitioning, bro. I love that. Pure Fantasy, Vanilla Sky to round out the album. This was some great work by Brent Faiyaz, and he continues to put out dope work. I've always loved him. I sing his praises on this platform and in the other podcasts I was on as well. So, excuse me, salute to Brent, man. Brent got busy on here, man. He continues to just put out dope work, man. He hasn't missed a beat. I can't look at his discography and look at music and say, yeah, this nigga overall just don't do it. Like, it was a perfect mesh. And that's another thing too. I spoke about this before. Sometimes when you get a dope artist and a dope producer, when they come together, that don't necessarily mean that they'll put out great music. But Raphael Sadiq and Brent Faiyaz put out some great music. If I'm rating this album, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. Straight up. This is a 9 out of 10 album, bro. This will stay in rotation. And again, my standouts is Wrong Faces, Have To, and Four Seasons. Strangers is fire too, but Wrong Faces, Have To, and Four Seasons, those are my standout records on this project. Those are my standout records on this project, man. Salute to both of them, man. And salute to Raphael Sadiq, man. He's continued to put out, great work and have his imprint on the game 30 plus years in. We all know, he gets his proper roses, he gets his proper props, but if he continues to put out work, man, it continuously has to get noticed, man, because that nigga is a legend. 100% a legend, one of the best voices, one of the best producers in the game. So, man, these niggas got busy, man. And also, Brent's last project was, let me see, what was his last project? He came in off another strong album, Larger Than Life. That was the one heavily produced by Timbaland. Timbaland and Missy heavily produced that album, actually. So, salute to Brent for knowing and having a great ear for what works with him, because that intro, Tim's intro on Larger Than Life, fire. Then you got Outside All Night, Wherever I Go. That got Missy's imprint all over that track specifically. Wherever I Go, Upset. Yeah, so Where You At is fire too. But Brent, he don't got not one bad album. Icon. Before then, you had Larger Than Life 2023. You had Wasteland 2022. Fuck the World might be his best album. That came out 2020. Sounder Son 2017. And then, of course, he got the other collab projects. I don't have them pulled up right now that he did with Sonder. But yeah, this nigga discography is flawless. This nigga, and when I first heard him on a record called what was the name of that record? 2018, man. Let me see if I can pull that up. I was like, man, this nigga sound like a modern day version of John B. Let me see. Where is it at? Where's that single at? Shout out to Dead Man Walking too. That's another dope record that he got. Here it is. Make Love, 2018. Now I heard him on Crew, of course, with what's that nigga from DC, man? I can't, but y'all know the song. The song Crew, I heard him on that record, and then I went and dove into his discography. But he got a record called Make Love that came out 2018. Fire. You put that bitch on. But when I first heard, I'm like, man, this nigga sound like a modern day version of John B. That's why I always, attach him to. So salute to Brent, salute to Raphael Sadiq for putting out a great body of work, man. This shit definitely gonna stay in rotation. I definitely think it's gonna age very well. And hey, man, salute. Keep putting out some dope work. Also, I said this too. I shout out to O'Deal because I gave O'Deal his props on this on for his music too. But him and Brent, if you put them both on a track together, you probably really couldn't tell who's who. They both definitely got a similar singing tone, bro. They actually need to do a collab. They need to do a collab record, bro. Brent and O'Deal need to do a collab record. I think that should be fire. Even though they sound the same, if they do it correctly and they get the proper producer, that shit will be insane. So definitely go check that out. Icon by Brent Faiyaz, produced by Raphael Sadiq. Great work, man. Great work. Salute to you guys. J. Cole, he sold 291 first week for the fall off. Salute to him. Doing 291K in 2026 in the first week is insane. 110K pure. Salute to J. Cole for also continuing to embrace his fans, connect with the fans. He went on a tour in his Honda Civic that he used to have back in the day, and he's been going from like state to state, city to city, like linking up with fans, listening to the album in the car. I've been seeing some fans put out some Twitter posts, some Instagram posts about meeting J. Cole, and that's very dope, man. And that also goes back to what I'm also going to speak on in a minute. At the end of the day, as much as I didn't like what Cole did in that battle, I always say you can't take away what this nigga has done for the game. You can't. It's stamped and solidified. I said this the other day. Out of them three, J. Cole, Drake, and Kendrick, the legacy talks are over. If you want to have legacy talks, them talks were had and over with in between that 2015 and 2018 window. Them niggas are solidified now. And him going out and connecting with the fans, and you seeing how, you had fans rushing out their dorms, rushing through buildings, stopping on the side of the street, taking pictures, seeing Cole drive by. Like, that just speaks to the love that he gets. And for him to have that reception as far as sales-wise it goes to show why he's regarded, man. So salute to J. Cole for doing 291 in the first week, man. That's very dope, man. 110K pure, that's dope. So salute to him, and it's dope to see the reception that he's got from that album. To me, it's still kind of just cool, but hey, man, if others love it, that's what's up, man. That's what's up. So moving on to segue into the next topic that I want to talk about, because I seen this come across the TL the other day, and it definitely got the conversation flowing. So Larussell had some comments as regards to Lil Wayne. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna play this clip.
I gotta respect
He had a conviction.
I had a moment in my journey where I had grew a disdain for Wayne, just because I start listening to everything. Like, I start maturing as a human, and I'm like, damn, this nigga wasn't talking about nothing for a long time. And
I think that's what his argument was.
As someone who grew up in these communities,
right,
and grew up with homies who I seen want to be bloods because they following Wayne and want to be gangster and want to shoot all the gun bar and shit.
Right.
Like, I've seen the negative that he contributed to the community. And I had to look like, man, what are the songs where he really talked about something and gave? And out of a 1,000-song catalog, it's minute on this end.
It's like Georgia Bush.
And that do bother me. Man, Tie My Hands.
That's what I was going to say. Tie My Hands is the only one I can think of.
And that's the thing. It's like, if I hug you once, but I slap the shit out you 1,000 times, your affinity for me is you're probably going to remember me for this. And a lot of people don't, as I mature, a lot of my old favorite artists, I'm now like, damn. Yeah. Like, I love you because I learned how to rap to you, but when you look at the contribution, it's like, man.
Yeah.
All right, so those are Larussell's comments, bro. So let me say this, because this conversation is so fucking disingenuous, and it's a whole bunch of lying going on. To say that the average rap fan, looks for maturity in their rap music, y'all niggas some liars. We just gonna call a spade a spade. You niggas are liars. How we've always judged and assessed music is like this. If a rapper comes out, we either accept it or we don't. We rank the best based off their ability. It ain't the subject matter. The subject matter is not the driving force in these conversations. We rank the best based off of mainly their ability to make music and how they put it together. Because it's the reason why you have rappers like Talib Kweli and Common, who are great in their own right, but then you got Kendrick and Cole, who rose above and became one of the best rappers ever. They became rap icons in their class. That's just what it is. It's a reason why you can have a Little Kim who could take Sexy Red best song and do it way better than her because of her ability, which is why Hardcore is a classic album. So this notion that niggas are listening to rap music for maturity, I'm not buying it. You're not looking and seeking rap music for maturity reasons. If a rapper happens to have that and you relate to it, that's great, that's dope. But to sit up here and say, you sit back, you be like, damn, I want a rapper to rap about, you would be telling a lie, bro. You would be telling a lie, bro. You wouldn't. Me personally, I've always said music is entertainment for me. I said it when I reviewed Let God Sort Them Out. The Birds Don't Sing is very relatable. I relate to that record, but I didn't ask clips for that record. It's a difference. So to sit up there and act like you all, hey, yeah, this and that, and like, come on, bro. We all listening to all different forms of rap music, regardless of the subject matter. The ability is what we really holding on to, and niggas won't admit it. Why, I don't know. And another thing too, bro, if you don't like, and I said this as well, if you don't like an artist, yet others and millions of them like them, you have to be okay with that. A lot of these conversations are the crutch is, the subject matter. The subject matter ain't the problem. You just don't like that other niggas like that guy and can't figure out why they rank them where they rank them. I don't like Eminem. I don't care for Eminem like that. Do I like Stand by Eminem? I think Stand by Eminem is one of the greatest rap records ever. Ever. But overall, I don't have Eminem in my top anything. But is he one of the best rappers of all time? 100%. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. It's way too many times niggas are worried about what somebody else liking like them. We all don't have to like and dislike the same shit. We don't. We all don't have to like and dislike the same shit. Don't talk to me about this maturity shit when you like Future, when you like Rick Ross. Stop it. And I'm just naming rappers. And I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I love it all. I'm judging the ability. I don't care what the fuck your subject matter is. Is it dope music? Period. Is it dope music? Do you make dope music? When 444 came out, I listened to it, didn't care for it. Niggas, oh, you didn't get it. This is whole talking that mature shit. That I don't care, bro. This shit was lackluster, my nigga. Like, I don't care. And I love Hove. But I don't care for 444. You can have a dope subject. Again, The Birds Don't Sing. A very relatable record. Kendrick Lamar has some of the best storytelling records. Sing About Me. Very mature record. That's a dope record, though. The Art of Peer Pressure. Dope storytelling record speaking about peer pressure. Growing up in the environment that he grew up in. That's one of his best records. That don't mean everybody can make that record. Why? Ability. Ability is the main driving force to why we view artists the way that we do. Y'all can miss me with that subject matter shit. Some of the best records in R&B history are not mature. A lot of the toxic records in R&B are some of the best records ever made. That's not to say the mature records aren't great. But don't sit up here and play in my face and tell me that you seeking maturity in your music. You're lying. You're lying. The artist comes out, they present themselves however they present themselves, and you either accept it or you don't. And you can even have an expectation for an artist depending on how they come out. But guess what, though? If they happen to switch their subject matter, you're still going to accept it if the music is good. You're still going to bump that shit. If an artist comes out as a conscious rapper and then he start coming out rapping about some other shit, like Tupac did, you're still going to love him. Why? Tupac's ability. Tupac came out as a conscious rapper, but we got Brenda's Got a Baby, I Get Around, and Bitches as a Rider from Tupac. That nigga is one of the dopest artists of all time. Why? Because of his ability. And yes, he has a lot of relatable records. But he didn't box himself in one subject. This nigga again gave you Brenda's Got a Baby, I Get Around, and Ambitious as a Rider. What are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about? Now, people may think that it's not. The subject matter is not driving it. Y'all got to stop lying to yourselves about it. But niggas only bring up the subject matter when it's a nigga they don't like. When it's a nigga they don't like. I've never seen this conversation with Future for real. I never seen this conversation with Rick Ross. I never seen this conversation with Pusha T. Niggas hold on to that maturity shit when it's a rapper they don't like. And that's the shit that be consistent across the board, bro. Be consistent across the board. That's it. Just be consistent across the board. You are lying to yourself and you lying to other people if you're saying you seek, keyword, seek maturity in your music. You're not doing that. This shit is entertainment at the end of the day, bro. I don't seek life guidance in my music, bro. I don't. If an artist puts out a rap record and I happen to like, damn, bro, I relate to that shit. I fuck with that shit. Yeah, that's dope. But somebody could put out a subject matter as regards to it being serious and mature and still not be good. It can still not be good. That's why I brought up the Lil' Kim Sexy Red example. That's why Lil' Kim can do Sexy's best song and do it way better because of her ability. Sexy's just not a good rapper. I don't like her music because she's not a dope rapper. She's not. Very basic. She's not really witty with her wordplay. Like, it's just very basic rhyming. And just because you rhyme words don't mean that you're a dope rapper neither. So don't get it confused and think that I'm saying that because I'm not saying that either. There's a lot of branches in ability. You have ability, then you have branches. Wordplay, flow, like wittiness. Wittiness is one of the biggest factors to me when I just like how you construct the bar. What is your construction? How do you build a bar up? So to act like if you don't like Wayne, just say you don't like Wayne. That's fine, bro. I don't have a problem with niggas who don't like Wayne, bro. But a lot of this that's the real issue. But niggas will use subject matter as a reason why. That's why they're saying what they're saying. No, it ain't the subject matter, bro. You just don't fuck with that nigga. Because you're not holding nobody else to that same subject matter standard. You're not. You're not doing it. You can't sit up here and you bump these other rappers who are not mature in their subject matter, but make dope music, and then you hold this one like, oh, he ain't saying nothing for real. Okay, and what? That nigga's a bar. He bar shit up. That's what Wayne does. And he does have some of the, and they said some of the records on there. I can name others. But just to say, oh yeah, well, you know, he ain't talking. All right, bro, are you holding anybody else like that? That's I want niggas to just fully dive into it. Just fully dive into what the fuck you saying and eliminate all that other shit in your phone. If you care so much about maturity in rap, it's one of the laziest fucking angles I've ever seen. And honestly, some internet shit. That shit really just started on Twitter. That never really was the driving force for niggas listening to rap, because we wouldn't have some of the best that we have at the top for a reason. Other niggas would be elevated to the pantheon of greats the way that we do. Again, we don't regard Common and Talib Kweli as one of the best ever. But Kendrick and Cole are, regardless if you like them or not. They are. It's ability. It's the ability, bro. It's the ability. Don't give me this. Common has worked with some of the top producers. Kanye West produced his best album. And we can even throw Kanye in there. Kanye came out as a conscious rapper. He's a rap icon. He's in my top 5 all time. He's in a lot of people's top all time. It's the ability. It's the way that he delivered the content, the subject matter. It's the way that you do it, the music behind it. He got some of the craziest bars ever. Talib Kweli making it all falls down and Kanye West making it all falls down is different. It's just different. It's just different. It's different. Common doing the art of peer pressure and Kendrick doing the art of peer pressure is different. It would be different. That's why these niggas, everybody are doing different things regardless if the subject matter is the same, because of the ability. Because if that was the case, everybody would be the same. We will all rank everybody the same. We don't. And the reason why we rank them is because of ability. And I need niggas to be more honest about that, because that shit is lazy, bruh. It's so lazy and tired, and you lying to yourself. Why lie to yourself? Why lie to yourself? You ain't gotta lie to yourself, bro. It's okay. It's okay to be honest. I own my dislikes, and I damn sure own my likes. But I own my dislikes, and I'm gonna tell you why. I ain't gonna fuck around. But I don't spend time talking about motherfuckers I don't like neither. I've said that. I don't listen to Buddy from Griselda. I don't listen to Tyler Creator. I don't listen to Kid Cudi. But I don't sit up here and talk about them and bash them all the time, bro. That's you start trending and crossing over to a path of weirdness. That's weird to me to constantly talk about motherfuckers you don't listen to. If you don't like a rapper, cool, bro. I don't listen to Larry June, bro. But I'm not gonna sit up here and critique and judge his music constantly. Larry June and Currency are both laid back, cool rappers. Guess what? I like Currency. I like his music better. I think his ability is better. But they're both kind of in the same field as far as subject matter. But I'm not going to get up here and constantly talk about this nigga Larry June, bro. That shit lame. That shit weird, bro. That shit weird. And niggas got to stop doing that shit, bro. Niggas got to stop doing that, bro. So be more honest about why you're assessing a rapper the way that you are. And just, hey, bro, you know what? I don't fuck with the music, bro. I say that about Eminem, bro. Eminem cool. He got some dope records, but at the end of the day, he's one of the best ever. That's just what it is. I don't care for the nigga, but, you know, that's just what it is. Can't discount his ability, whatever the case may be. I don't care for dog like that. He started crossing, and even back on Wayne. Wayne, I've said this before. After 2012, Wayne did fall off. I said it last week. In between 2005 and 2010 is why I regard that man as the GOAT. After that, it tails off. So, yes, you can just be rhyming words and it don't mean nothing. Like, bro, it's all your construction. It's all about your construction of your bars, bro. And if you a fan of hip-hop, then you understand what I'm saying. This really shouldn't be this continuous of a thing and driving point because you just lying. You lying. So, moving on. Speaking of Sexy Red's whole Beat It cover. Man, you niggas is doing a lot, bro. You niggas doing a lot. And again, I don't care for Sexy Red. I think she's a terrible rapper. But all this hoopla over the Beat It cover, niggas doing a lot, bro. It's not that serious. She's just playing around the studio. I don't think she was really gonna release that record. And if the estate has a problem with it, cool. I have no beef with that. But to do all this other shit and act like... I find it funny that niggas really care about, artists who passed away, estates, depending on who did a record. That's another thing, too. And this goes back to an overall point. It's never about what's done. It's who doing it. Like, so for y'all to make this big fuss about it, man, she was playing around in the fucking studio, man. Like, let's be for real. Like, niggas doing the fucking most, man. Niggas really doing the most. And I was like, all right, bro, like, this what we doing? Niggas goddamn want to get sexy shut down. Like, hey, bro, like, it's not that serious, dog. It's not. I highly doubt that she really was gonna put out that record. But maybe she needed to just do a better job of, I don't know. She put it out. Somebody who in the studio with her. They was recording her while she was doing this shit. I don't know. But I know that girl wasn't doing that shit to really put that shit out, man. Like, come on, man. Like, let's be for real here. Let's be for real. So I seen that too. I'm like, oh, niggas really doing a lot over that Beat It cover. Like, come on, bro. Stop it. So next up, Super Bowl recap. I was wrong. I thought the Patriots were going to win that game 24-21. It was a defensive battle early. I think the halftime score was like 9-0. Like, salute to the Patriots defense. They did what I thought they was going to do, but Drake May, he didn't hold up his end. He had a terrible game. The Seahawks locked in on him. He wasn't able to do nothing, and they basically belt the ass, came that second half. I got to salute the Seahawks defense. Salute to Kenneth Walker for getting Super Bowl MVP. First Super Bowl MVP since Terrell Davis in 98, by the way. That's a long stretch of running backs. Sam Darnold, he managed the game, didn't really do nothing crazy, but, salute to Seattle, man. Shout out to Mike McDonald, one of the youngest coaches to win the Super Bowl, and they got a great team up there in Seattle, man. A great defensive performance in the Super Bowl. One of the greatest Super Bowl performances that I've seen. Like, it's literally nothing that the Patriots offense could have did. Nothing. So I gotta, give them their props. I was wrong. I had the Patriots winning that game 24-21, but salute to Seattle, man. Salute to them niggas. And, football will be here probably 30-some weeks or something like that. Hey, man, these years are going by fast. Before you look up, man, football will be back around. So, another dope year. Next year's Super Bowl, I think, will be in LA, I think. Yeah, I think it'll be LA. So I'll be interested to see how, the offseason goes, free agency, that whole nine, how that whole shit goes. Some of the awards that went out. Yeah, salute to Matthew Stafford for winning MVP. Salute to him for winning MVP. Offensive Player of the Year, I think, was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And also, I seen niggas doing a lot over that whole Drewski, Jackson Smith, and Jigba. This nigga is a comedian making a joke on his name. He wasn't being disrespectful, bro. I seen a lot of y'all niggas was doing a lot over that shit too, bro. I'm like, come on, bro. Cut it out, man. Y'all all know Drewski didn't have no ill intent behind that shit. He didn't, bro. Like, come on, bro. Like, you could tell when a nigga really trying to fuck up somebody's last name and not knowing that shit, like Jay Teague and Zaire Franklin, but I ain't gonna get into that. Cause that was another thing. But come on, man. Y'all know Drewski was playing around, man. It wasn't that serious. But yeah, man, salute to Seattle, Super Bowl champs. Hopefully next year my Panthers, they can hit the ground running and, finally get one. I just need one, man. Salute to my dog Luke Kuechly for making not first. He got in on the second ballot for making Hall of Fame. He should have been first ballot. That's still fucking insane to me. But salute to Luke Kuechly for finally making the Hall of Fame, man. And You know, he will be the first Panther to be in the Hall of Fame who played as a Panther his whole career. So salute to Luke Kuechly for that. I know Julius, he made the Hall of Fame, I think 2 years ago or a year ago. But Luke Kuechly will be the first Panther to be inducted to the Hall of Fame to play his whole career as a Panther. So salute to my dog, man. He still should be playing. But I let that go. It's crazy that Luke retired at 20. My dog retired at 28 years old, man. That shit is crazy to me. So salute to my dog, man. All-Star Saturday night. Hey, man, it's nothing much I can say about All-Star Saturday night. It's the same shit I said last year, and it's the same shit I said the year before, man. It's just, I don't know what direction to go, bro. It's nothing more much I can say except that, you know, either do away with it. At this point, just do away with it, bro. Just keep the season rolling throughout if it's going to be like this. I don't have no more. I'm not going to continue to yell, scream. We got niggas in the dunk contest getting concussions. We got niggas dancing more than they dunking. We got a nigga who ain't played the whole year doing the 3-point contest. We got performances. Niggas' mic's not on. Ludacris up there performing. His mic ain't even on. I just don't know. I don't know which one. I don't know, bro. I don't know. Just do away with the whole shit at this point, bro. Just do it. The players don't give a fuck. Adam Silver, I give him props for doing this one thing. Then he fumbled this whole shit. I don't know. I don't have no words. And I hope dog is okay. Jace Richardson from the Magic, he went up there, tried to do a dunk, and, you know, this nigga literally knocked himself the fuck out. I could tell he didn't practice that dunk. He didn't. He didn't practice that dunk. And if he did, he only did it 1 or 2 times. Because there's no way that can happen. Like, you misjudge it that badly that you hit your head on the stanchion, the backboard. Yeah, All-Star is just, I don't know what it will take for it to get back to what it was. And you know what, honestly, so crazy is because the format for the 2020 game was dope too. Like the target score shit. I don't know what happened to that. Now you're doing World versus USA. You're taking Norman Powell and putting him on the world team because he's Jamaican. And let me say this because I don't want to be disrespectful. Because Norman Powell has played, but initially he was on the he would be on the USA roster. He grew up in San Diego. And maybe somebody could educate me. My sister's dad is full-blooded Jamaican, but my sisters grew up in Queens. They were born in Queens, New York, and grew up in Charleston, South Carolina. So I'm pretty sure if my sisters was to play in the Olympics, they would represent the USA. I don't know. I just find that I feel like Adam Silver is at a point now where he's just throwing shit at the wall and hoping it sticks. That's where I'm at with it, bro. Like that's pretty much all I got with that whole shit. But you know, All-Star Weekend, hey, bro, just do away with it. Just do away with it. Chris Paul officially retires. This nigga got traded to the Raptors, and they say, hey, bro, we cool on you. They released that nigga, and you know. He's officially retiring. He announced that early this year this will be his last season, but now it's officially done. Like, for Chris Paul to go out the way that he's going out is kind of sad, bro. And I've been critical of Chris Paul throughout his career, but I can't argue this nigga arguably being a top 5 point guard of all time. I can't argue that. Without a doubt, top 10. But for a top 10 player to go out in that fashion at his position is kind of crazy, bro. It's crazy. Not even kind of. It's crazy. It's fucked up. Then the Clippers, they put out a thank you post on Twitter and Instagram. My God. That's like Tupac. Hey, somebody shot Raheem. He's dead. That's the same shit. That's exactly what that is. Like, that's crazy. Like, so salute to Chris Paul, arguably one of the greatest point guards of all time. He's top 10, arguably top 5 in a few stats. I think I want to say steals and assists, 9-time all defensive. You know, he's won the assist record a few times. You know, definitely some all NBA first. Like, this nigga here is definitely one of the greatest of all time. Actually, let me give him his proper due in terms of his accolades, because I want to be correct in terms of, what he's done for this game, man, because I mean, man, that's kind of crazy, bro. For Chris Paul to go out like this, man. So let me 12-time NBA All-Star, 4-time All NBA first team, 5-time All NBA second team, 2-time All NBA third team, 7-time All NBA first defensive team, 2-time All NBA defensive second team, NBA Rookie of the Year, NBA All Rookie first team, 5-time NBA assist leader, 6-time NBA steals leader, NBA 75th All Anniversary team. Hey, man, that's decorated career, man. Decorated career, man. So salute the Chris Paul, man. I wish he could have went out better than what he did, man. That's fucked up, bro. That's fucked up for him to go out that way. We all know he's gonna be a Hall of Famer on first ballot, so wish he would have had a better going out party, but damn. Yeah, I know for a fact he didn't want to go out this way. So salute to you, Chris Paul, man, on an elite all-time career, man. That's pretty much all I got, man. That's pretty much all I got for this week. I want to thank y'all for, again, tapping in, checking in with me. Again, check me out on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, I'm Not Repeating Myself Pod, of course, on audio, on SoundCloud, Spotify, and Apple, YouTube, of course. Continue to get out here, strive for your goals, push towards your goals. Don't procrastinate. Be consistent. Even when you're in self-doubt, be consistent. We all have those moments, even myself, where, I might be questioning shit, but no, work still has to get done. Consistency always will win. Don't let nobody tell you no different. Even if you're consistent and you have to tweak some things. Just don't be out here working and you putting out some bad work and tweaks can be made. Like, make some tweaks as necessary, but ultimately stay consistent and you will get to where you're going and get your ass in that gym. Get your funky ass in that gym. The gym will do you great wonders. And ultimately, please be safe. So like I say every week, this is I'm Not Repeating Myself podcast. I'm your host, Mike. And I hope you heard what I said the first time because I'm not repeating myself. I'm out.